Sandra, welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is the place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in your own. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button below right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live right now, post a new video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find it useful, helpful, insightful in any way, shape or form. And so tonight's video is going to be about asexual dating being a disqualification and elimination process, or an elimination and disqualification process, whichever you prefer to go about it. So right now, though, if you didn't know who I am Sandra Burmy, author of this awesome Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex book. And this is 47 real-life asexual stories giving their opinion on love, life, sex, and all things intimacy. So to crack on with tonight's show then, asexual dating. Now, on Facebook, I run 5 asexual dating groups, 3 of which are for dating. And when I was recently asking people, so we're in a dating group, why aren't people... Oh, hello, Eddie! Lots of love. Nice to see you. So, in my dating groups, one of my dating groups, I was saying, so as we're in a dating group, what is the reason for people not posting about what they're looking for in a relationship? And they came up with a lot of reasons or otherwise excuses about the fact, you know, they were worried about dating as asexuals and thinking it's going to be hard to find someone who can love them without sex. But I tried to remind them that it's asexual dating groups. The people in my groups are asexual. I'm very strict about who I let in my asexual groups, right? And if you want to improve your dating and relationships, as an asexual, if you want a relationship, you've got to, first of all, make it known to people. You know, so many asexuals in asexual dating groups are in the group and they're not actually doing anything with the group. They're not actually posting. And now people sometimes post once and they think, oh, well, that didn't do anything, so I won't bother anymore. But that's not the attitude to have. If you want a relationship and you're serious about it, you have to make finding that relationship a full-time job. Not a part-time one or non-existent. Eddie, you have to Fort Knox. You have the Fort Knox of dating groups. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Eddie. Yeah, so, you know, first of all, you have to make it known to people that you're actually looking for a relationship. It's no point in being in any asexual dating groups if you're not prepared to actually post, hey, I'm looking for a relationship. Nothing comes of nothing. I'll repeat that. Nothing comes of nothing. You take no action, you get no results. Right? But the trouble is people are scared or worried that they can't find what they're looking for. But you're not going to know if you can find what you're looking for unless you actually tell people what you're looking for. How can another person know what you're looking for unless you actually stipulate it? They can't. Right? They just can't. They're not mind readers. They don't be in the group and think, there's like 200, 300, 400, 500 or whatever people in this group, but I haven't got a clue what each of them wants, and I'm just going to read their minds right now. It doesn't work like that, right? Any type of dating relationship, you have to put time, energy, and effort into finding one, right? And you have to stipulate what you want, however crazy the type of relationship you want is or sounds to you. You have to do that, you know, because you either get a relationship with someone who accepts you for who you are, or you don't. But if you want a relationship in the first place, you have to make it known. So many people in asexual dating groups are sitting in silence. One person said this is the only dating group I know that people don't actually post about wanting to date. You know, and they did actually post. Some of the people in my group, to be fair, did actually post afterwards. You know, they took up the courage to post. So I'm really proud of all those people that did, you know. But once is never enough, you know. You're going to have to post more than once. You're going to have to be consistent, persistent. You should be posting like once a month at least, so people can see who you are, and because there's new people that enter the groups. Do you know what I mean? But it's very important, you know, you take that leap of faith. You know, one person said, oh, well, I'm not sure I'm ready to do that. Like, say what I'm looking for a relationship. But unless you do say what you're looking for a relationship, no one knows. No one knows. How could they? You know, that's like a parent trying to say to a child, what you talking, what you saying, and the child not being able to speak. You know what I mean? And so dating, first of all, is a process where you actually put out into the universe what you're looking for in a relationship, right? What your ideal type of relationship is. not what you think other people want to hear, what you actually want in a relationship, however quirky that may sound, right? So I don't want sex, but I don't want marriage. I don't want kids, and I like to live separately, right? And that's not normal for most romantic asexuals. Those that are aromantic, that lack romantic attraction, that's more normal for. But those that are romantic usually need to live under the same roof. I don't, right? I live a very crazy, wild lifestyle in terms of like the times I sleep, right? So someone needs to know all this information. Eddie, it's like a room full of people at a pie all looking at each other and not striking up a convo. Exactly. And sadly, some of my asexual dating groups, the people are very unproactive in them. They're more reactive. And so yeah, it is like going into a party with a room full of people and no one speaking to each other. And it's like I can't be there all the time to encourage people what to do, because obviously I've got my own stuff going on, and everyone's an adult and should be able to realise that they need to post themselves, but not just once or twice, a lot of times. But in the dating groups, it's almost like my dating group is oblivious to knowing it's a dating group. It's like, and they end up talking about, well, if I go on dating sites, and a lot of sexuals won't basically be happy without sex. I'm like, but you're in asexual dating groups. There's people like your own kind here waiting for you. But also with Facebook algorithm, for example, Facebook don't show you every single post in a group. I have no control over that. So sometimes when you post what you're looking for in a relationship, you have to post it more than once because Facebook don't show it to everyone. That's not my fault or your fault. It's just the way it is, But you have to put out there what you're looking for in the first place. Like Eddie said, it's like a room full of people at a party, all looking at each other and no one's striking up a conversation. How's anyone supposed to know what they want, what the other person wants? You can't. So you have to put yourself out there and be proactive about it. And stop worrying and thinking about what other people think of you and judging you. At the end of the day, do you want a relationship or not? Do you want to in the future have companionship down the line when your friends are paired off in relationships? If you've got a lot of sexual friends, for example, when you become older and maybe your family's not around for you anymore, would you like a companion? Either a romantic relationship or just a queer platonic relationship, or even just a companion. Think about yourself. Don't worry about the judgment of other people all the time. Because at the end of the day, they don't care what happens to you when you're older. You should care about what happens to you. Eddie, they need communication. It's very important. Exactly. Everyone has to communicate. It's number one skill. I know some people who are asexual do have anxiety problems. They have social anxiety where they find it hard to communicate with people. They have a lot of other anxieties, but communication is essential to making any relationship work. And because there's quite a lot of asexuals in the same boat, you're likely to find someone who does understand you, because at the end of the day, a lot of asexuals have the same issues and problems that you face, so they'll understand you. They'll be very, very understanding usually. And if you get someone who understands you, that's half the battle in finding the right person for who you are, right person for who you want, who you are, who you want, because they're like you, if you know what I mean. They understand you. It's very important. And so when you're doing dating, it is very much an elimination and disqualification process, right? Now, some people will automatically disqualify themselves, basically. So if you are doing asexual dating, there'll be guys that come. Well, in my case, it's guys. So I'm going to use the guy, right, as the example. It can be any gender. So in my case, it's guys, right? So I get a certain amount of guys crossing my path, interested in a relationship with me, right? If sex is involved, right, they automatically disqualify themselves because I'm not interested in sex, right? I'm not interested in sex. So if I get sexuals approaching me, wanting a sexual relationship with me, they've already disqualified themselves because they don't match my criteria. Now, you may be thinking as an asexual person, well, I don't want to say what I want. You have to say what you want. Adults say what they want in a relationship, and they, stipulate what their ideal relationship is. It's all about knowing what you want, how you want it to be done, and getting the most closest match for you. You're not going to get a perfect match, but you're going to get as close to it as possible, right? So in order to do that, you need to put yourself out there, be proactive, communicate, say exactly what you're looking for in a relationship over and over again. be on multiple asexual dating sites, be on ASAP, be in my asexual groups, and post. Engage in conversations with people about hobbies, interests. You don't have to post every single time that you're looking for a relationship. You can create posts that engage people to see, like, if you love cats and you need a partner that loves cats, you can then start posting cat posts like, hey, who here likes cats? Who else has got cats? Here's a photo of my cat. And then you can automatically see who likes cats. And then if you like Star Trek, for example, who likes Star Trek here? I like Star Trek. Then you can see who are the people that like cats who also like Star Trek. So you've got then 2 traits that you look for. Oh, who's the people that like to stay indoors and play video games? So, oh, I really like playing video games. Who else likes playing video games? And then you get the list of people who play video games. So therefore you can find someone who likes playing video games, likes Star Trek, and loves cats like you do. And you've already got 3 traits you're looking for. Oh, this person, you know, I'm not into having kids. Who here wants kids and who doesn't? Oh, right, okay, these are all the people that don't want kids like me. So I've now been able to find people that don't want kids, that love cats, that like Star Trek, and basically are similar to what I'm looking for in a relationship, right? This is how you go about it. Eddie, it's like they have the fear of regular dating spots, but can't seem to grasp the dating spot they have is catered to them. It's like they have the fear of regular dating spots, but can't seem to grasp the dating spot they have is catered to them. Yes, Eddie, I totally agree with that. So basically what Eddie's saying is, it's in my groups, in my asexual groups, asexuals have a fear of being on regular dating sites and in like traditional regular dating, you know, like groups, kind of forgetting that they're in an actual asexual group itself. I know one of my groups is for dating and support, and someone said, oh, I find this group's more for support than dating. But then that's probably because most people use it for support rather than dating, even though I've got most people, the majority, are looking for dates and relationships, you know? And people don't understand how dating is for asexuals. I mean, I did a post about this on my blog. I've done videos about it before. The 7 steps of dating for asexuals. Like, all you have to do is look it up and read it. It tells you what to do. All you have to do is go in groups, and basically you go through the members of the groups and you go through and look at their profiles and see what you've got in common with them. Strike up a conversation, the private message. Hey, you're in this dating group. I'm in this dating group too. Just wondered, you know, like, what type of movies you like, or what type of things you like in terms of like hobbies and interests, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But it's, but the asexual dating groups are great dating groups designed for them to date each other in their group, not just for people who want to date but are looking elsewhere. So it's very difficult to get that across. But I thought that was natural what they would understand. But so anyway, so you know, you need to be stipulating exactly what you're looking for in a relationship, and get your ideal avatar of the type of person you want, you know, what they look like, what their jobs are, what their hobbies are, what their interests are, what type of relationship you would want, you know, what your deal breakers are. For me, I don't want sex or marriage or kids. They're all deal breakers, as in if someone, a guy in my case, you know, wanted any of those things, they'd automatically be disqualified. So once you've got your deal breakers in, the things that you can't stand in a relationship, well, you must have in a relationship, you can then disqualify people on, you know, on these merits, as in they're not something you're looking for in a relationship, or they are something you've got to have in a relationship. You know, you disqualify the people that don't match your criteria at all, that'll be totally unsuitable for you. So don't start looking at dating as a really stressful and upsetting and painful activity. Like, I used to think that a lot, and it can still be sometimes, but if you get used to actually putting yourself out there and getting people that don't reciprocate, that reject you, you kind of get really strong and resilient to it. Like, if I get someone rejecting me now or not interested, I'm just like used to it. I'm like, whatever, next. Do you know what I mean? And that's where you have to look at it. Next person. Do you know what I mean? Until someone shows up in your life persistently and consistently and shows determined interest in you all the time, regularly. Not someone who's flaky or wants you when they want you, but someone who's persistent, consistent, and actually stays in your life month after month, week after week, year after year, you know? Like, you've got to start with a friendship friendship as a foundation. Like, what I do when I'm asexual dating, I make friends with asexual guys that really strike my eye. Like some of them I would possibly be in a relationship with, you know. And so I think by doing that, you know, then you become friends with them. If you maintain and sustain the friendship, you never know what could happen in the future. They could change, you could change, or you could both be completely different and just make awesome friends. You know, I've made some really good friends through asexual group. One of my asexual groups, I met my best asexual friend through. Other asexual dating site, I met my best friend through there. Liam. Hi, Sandra. Great to see you. Lots of love, Liam. Nice to see you. Lovely to see you. I always love your purple image, you know, reminds me of asexuality. So, you know, you've got to say exactly what you want. No one's a mind reader. This works in relationships as well. No one's a mind reader. They don't know what you're thinking. So you need to state your criteria, state what you're looking for, your ideal personal relationship, where you live, obviously, if that's, you know, if you need to have an in-person relationship. And you need to then be all the people that don't match those main criteria, those deal breakers, those things you can't live without or have to have in a relationship, they will disqualify themselves, right? Automatically by not matching it, you know. And eventually, you know, you might come to a time in your life where you might have like multiple options of guys or whatever gender you could possibly be in a relationship with, and then you'll have to eliminate the ones that aren't right for you to be in a relationship with compared to the other ones. Like, you know, if you get to that stage, you might have 2 or 3 people interested in you, but you have to eliminate the ones. So you don't have to stop being friends with them. You have to eliminate what you would you know, in terms of like, if you get 3 offers, for example, and you're monogamous and you have 3 people interested in you, you'll have to eliminate them to get the best one possible for you, right? Which is a good position to be in. But you have to, you know, like you have to put yourself out there in the first place. And instead of thinking it's stressful, I used to be very stressed and pain in relationships and dating. I'm a lot better than I used to be because I try and think of it more as like getting friends now, like asexual friends, and building good, strong foundational friendships. And I try to look at it as a interesting game. Maybe I don't like game playing. I don't play games, but an interesting. I don't like the word game, but you know, if you're looking at it a bit playful, it's like playing a game with yourself. Like, do you know what I mean? In a non-sexual way. It's kind of like you know, throwing the dice out there to lots of people who you could possibly be in a relationship with and seeing what comes back to you. And then eventually you're looking for the ace, obviously, which is the top score or the lowest score, depending on which way you look at it. But we'll look at the ace as the top. So it's kind of like I just see it as I enjoy the process more now. You know, it's like getting to know different guys. It's like, yeah, you're no good, you're no good, you're no good. But you know, I have made some really good friends. Like I've got a guy on ASAP who's my friend. And we're not suitable for a relationship, but they're a really nice person. And the more nice guys I meet, the better I feel, because the more I have a not positive attitude towards guys in general, because guys do get a lot of flack in general in the world for not being great. And there are a lot of guys that I know that aren't good guys, but I tend to get on better with guys as friends. And also, you know, there are good guys out there. There are good asexual guys out there. The ones that do know what they want, you know. Usually the ones that know what they want is not me. Like, I wouldn't be suitable for the relationship, which is a bit of a bummer. Because the guys who know exactly what they want, it's not me. But the ones who don't know what they want, it's kind of like, oh, I love the idea of Sandra, but maybe not the reality. But without actually saying it, do you know what I mean? So that makes it difficult sometimes. I mean, one guy talks to me messages me every single day now, but he's British, you know, and he's told me he can't travel for a relationship because we live miles apart, a lot of hours apart as well. So that's kind of strange. It's kind of strange to have someone who feels so romantic towards you, gets on really well with you, but actually can actually travel loads consistently to come and see me. But that's their choice, so I have to keep looking for someone else whilst I know that they feel romance for me and I feel romance for them. It's a little bit odd, but you have to do that, you know. You can't commit to someone, thanks for the thumbs up, who won't commit to you in that way. So you have to keep looking You know, and at the end of the day, that's what you need to do. Eddie, from what my girlfriend told me, I sparked her interest when I asked her on this game site to marry our avatars. Oh, that's really sweet. See, maybe asexual dating is a good game after all. Eddie, that's really nice. Sparked her interest when I asked her on this game site to marry our avatars. That's really sweet. Hello, Sandra. Just stopped by to say hello. Hello, Megan. Lots of love. I love seeing you here. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks, Eddie and Megan, for the thumbs up. I really appreciate you. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Thank you so much. Always lovely to see you. Yeah, so you know, instead of thinking like dating's so stressful and it's really a hassle and I don't know what I'm doing, try to just actually think, what do I want in the relationship? How do I go about letting people know that I want this, by writing out exactly what you want in a relationship, you know, posting about it, being very specific to what you want and, you know, the type of relationship you want and the type of person you want. And, you know, and then once you put it out there, make sure you put it out there in more than one place and keep being persistent and consistently posting about what you want. And then there'll be people that come in that won't be suitable for you. You know, like it can get quite exciting when you have people initially come after you and like, oh, this person's really interested in me. And then you can find out that, but they're just not suitable, you know? Like, I don't think I've met my soulmate yet, because at the end of the day, I've got a guy who's romantically interested in me, which is a lovely guy. Don't get me wrong, we get on great, as friends particularly, but they're romantically interested in me. I'm romantically interested in them. They are a really lovely person. They're very encouraging, very supportive. But like I said, they're not prepared to travel for relationships. So I can't have a relationship. You know what I mean? It's impossible. You can't have a relationship with someone who doesn't want a relationship, even if they're attracted to you. So it's kind of like a bit odd because I need to keep looking for someone else. But then this is what dating's all about, isn't it? At the end of the day, you're going to have admirers. And it's only the one that, or ones, depending if you're monogamous or polyamorous. My case, I'm polyamorous. I'm not polyamorous. I'm monogamous. What am I saying? I'm not polyamorous. I'm not 100% not polyamorous. I'm monogamous. I can't believe I said that. It's really late at night, but I didn't mean it. I am fiercely monogamous in a relationship. Thank you very much. So I'm monogamous, and you know, I look for someone who's also monogamous, and I'm not polyamorous. So it's kind of like strange. But in terms of dating relationships, like instead of like going around dating loads of people, as in like just spending time with them because I'm solely interested in relationship only with them, then I do the other opposite of that, and I actually build friendships with asexual guys, so that in the hope that one day in the future there will be the right asexual guy for me, you know. But you can't have a relationship with someone that doesn't actually commit. I have to say this as well. If any guy or whatever gender doesn't commit to a relationship with you, they have disqualified themselves from being in a relationship with you. If they can't commit, if they're non-committal, or they don't take any action to commit, or they don't want to commit, you can't make someone commit. So you have to carry on looking, right? It's not up to you to change their mind for them. They have to decide for themselves or not, right? If they don't decide you're not the right person for them, they're not the right person for you, because if they were the right person for you, they would decide to be with you categorically. So from that point of view, I don't think I've met my asexual soulmate yet. Eddie, a few months later when we spoke and she asked me out, she sent me a message with her name and all, which looked like a job application. It was so cute. Oh, I love that. With her name in, yeah, job application. I think it's really important, Eddie. Like, people shy away from that. Like, when I'm on asexual dating sites, I literally do write out a job description. I mean, I've probably got it on my iPad here. Let's have a look. On Asexuality, I do write a job description because it is. I've mentioned this actually in a previous video about dating. I have actually mentioned that you should be writing something out like a job description and person specification. Like, this is a person I want, an ideal person, and this is like what it would take to actually do that. So yeah, so I don't know if I've read out my asexuality profile before on here, but you know, I've mentioned it before that you should treat it like a job application. I treat dating and relationships like a full-time job. Like, it is a big part of my life. I can't deny it, because I'm always like, you know, like seeing I don't make it the be all and end all of my life now. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, sorry, I've got to put my username and password in. Do you know what I mean? It's like I don't make it my be all and end all of life, but if you know, I want it to eventually find my soulmate, and so I do carry on. Trying to remember which email it is. I use a different email for this. I know I should be on like remember me, but the remember me came off. But yeah, like it's very important to have like a job description and person specification, which is basically the job description. The person specification is type of person you want, so personal attributes like you know, what qualities do you want, like French, you know, like in terms of like, do you want a deep friendship with that person? Is kind of part of the job description. But an attribute would be, you know, person specification would be our attributes like kind, caring, honest, integrity, strong personality. Maybe you want someone that's introverted. Maybe you want someone who, like I said, is into cats, like you, if you're into cats. Maybe you have someone who is maybe the same religion as you. Religion's very important to a lot of people. These are like type of person specifications, and the job description would be like how you want the relationship to be, what type of things you want to do in the relationship. So this person specification in dating is very personable to that type of person. What type of character have they got? What type of character traits? You know, and the job description is like, what would a relationship look like? So what type of things would you like to do? Like kissing, cuddling, holding hands, going on dates, the cinema. Oh, I've got 2 messages on here. I haven't been on here for a while. It's probably about the meetup. I don't know. So I've got 4 people. So I'm going to read out my nice job description now on my asexuality profile. Are you ready for this? That's quite funny. I don't know who's messaged me. Right, okay. Oh yeah, this is my job description. People and person specification. I shove them all at once together. Things I'm looking for in a person are, so on asexuality.com, in case you didn't already know, this is the site, right? And asexuality.com, and basically you know, looking for, so you have to say the things I'm looking for in a person are, so these are like character traits and stuff, and what your relationship needs to look like, right? So I've kind of put them all together. So I've put asexual cougar looking for her cute asexual cub in his 20s. Love lots of tongue kissing for hours without sex ever. PDA, no sex, no marriage, no kids, hate nudity, love lots of messaging and chatting. I like a teenager style relationship and romance 24/7. Honesty and communication is a must, especially love foreign guys, Indian the most, must be a non-smoker. So I'm very specific, and the reason I'm specific is because I've got a lot of people, like foreign guys, that do contact me that smoke. It's like, I'm fed up with getting smokers. I'm not interested in anyone that smokes. That's completely out of question, right? And some guys I come across, they're not interested in public displays of affection. Like, they're just not into it. And they don't like tongue kissing for hours. It's very important that I be very specific. I'm looking for a guy that's interested in an older girl, right? That's what asexual cougar means. I'm interested in younger guys, a guy who, like, in terms of, you know, like, you can get, obviously, I'm an asexual cougar, so I'm asexually attracted to guys. So absence of sexual attraction, but I'm romantically attracted to them, right? Heteromantic, asexual girl, right? Asexual cougar, absence of sexual attraction. I'm not into sex, just kissing, right? So so this is like very specific. Kissing for hours without sex. So this is based on feedback I had years ago from guys saying, oh, well, a cougar is basically someone who goes having sex with younger guys. So I don't understand why you'd be on an asexual dating site. So I specifically have to say asexual cougar and what I mean by that. As in, I mean, I love kissing, cuddling and holding hands with young guys. I don't want sex with them, right? If I was having sex, I'd still be attracted to young guys, not older guys. So it would be younger guys, but I'm not interested in sex, right? So I'm just interested in younger guys, but I'm absence of the sexual attraction, right? So I have to stipulate. So what you do is, when you're on asexual dating sites quite a while, specifically if you're like talking to quite a lot of people, or over the years talking to people, because I've been on this asexual dating site from 2014 now, you'll find that people crop up that you're thinking, oh no, they'd be totally unsuitable. And so you actually need to put in your profile the things that are unsuitable for you, which is why I put no smoking. You know, it's very important. It's very important I get a younger guy who's into older girls. You know, I'm not looking for a guy who's just interested in their same age. I'm looking for a specific guy who's like really into older girls, right? Because once you've got a guy who's into older girls, then really most people their age group they're not interested in. Like I'm not interested in my age group either, birth certificate age group. So so it's very important you put in your job description, person specification, the things you don't want as well as what you do want. So you automatically eliminate any of those people that are, you know, looking for stuff that they are looking to be with someone, or they have certain character traits that you just wouldn't be looking for. They're unsuitable, basically. So they're looking for something that you're not. You're looking for something. They're looking for something. I'm getting my mind confused tonight. So basically, they are looking for things in a relationship that you don't match, and you're looking for things in a relationship that they don't match. So basically, you've got to say what you don't like and what you do like in a relationship. Like most people are too afraid to say what they want in a relationship, and that's the worst thing that you could possibly do. Because if you're too afraid to say what you want in a relationship, you're not gonna get what you want, right? If you're gonna be with a person, it's like you're gonna be with them for a number of years if you want a long-term committed relationship, right? So you want to be making sure that you've nailed down exactly what you want and get the person nearest to it, so you live a happy life with them in the future, right? So then I go into more depth about what I'm looking for. So I basically make it clear that I'm looking for a younger guy, no sex, no marriage, no kids, non-smoker, but I love public displays of affection and kissing, right? It's a must for me. I've put like things that are most important at the top, right? I realised since my last relationship that I could possibly be with a cute younger British guy in his 20s. So I have put that, not just a foreign guy. British guy ideal age for me would be 21 to 26, and someone who likes to have the sort of teenager style relations that I am looking for. My ideal foreign guy age would be 21 to 28. Now, if I was to actually say very specifically, it'd be 21 to 24 ideal. But you know, I'm trying to expand a little bit to be a bit more flexible. Now, it is possible I could be with a guy in his early 30s, but after that I start losing attraction, because they're just usually too old for me. But it depends if they look aesthetically young, because for me a lot of it's to do with aesthetic attraction. I do experience aesthetic attraction, you know, and so it's very important that I get someone I'm aesthetically attracted to, and if they look too old for me, it's no good. Liam, have to check out asexual dating sites. Didn't know asexual dating sites existed. Yeah, I didn't think you were interested in dating, Liam, but yes, Asexualitic does, and I run 3 asexual dating groups. Eddie, I used to never communicate what I wanted in a relationship, and all those I entered in were just awful. Thank you much a lot, Eddie. Thank you so much. Yeah. So Eddie said they didn't used to communicate what they wanted in a relationship, and all those I entered were just awful. And that's what I found. Like in the past, like also I have guys come up to me all the time, right? I'm very proactive in going after the guys I want. And the reason for that is because I got absolute rubbish guys come after me. You know, some people are like, oh, just let it happen. I don't actually believe that, right? If people believe that, that's up to them. I don't believe that. I believe in being proactive, not reactive, right? Even the people that say stuff like that have usually made themselves be active in some way to achieve it, right? Nothing happens if you stay indoors behind your computer screen and you do not approach anyone. Now, obviously, with social distancing at the moment, people should be aware that this is the best time to start dating if you're asexual. People sometimes go in my group, oh, is this a joke? Because we're on social distancing. It's like, no, it's not a joke. Most asexuals you're going to meet are going to be met online by you first. I'll repeat that. Most asexuals you meet are going to be met online first. There's more people online now with the COVID situation than there's ever been before, which means that you can meet more different types of people than ever before in your life. So you should not be sat behind a computer screen going, oh, is this some sort of joke? Because you're saying about dating, we can't see anyone in person. You should be getting to know them online first anyway, right? And video chat with them. You can Skype date them. You can video date them. This is much better because it's from the comfort and safety of your own home. Because that person could be anyone telling you anything and lying to you, right? You have the option then, if this person's lying to you, just click them, remove them from your friends list, block them. They're gone from your life. You meet up with someone that you've met on the internet, you don't have a clue who it really is, and you could be meeting up with a blimmin' person who's like double or triple their age and not who they say they are, right? Why would you want to do that? Why? Right, now is the best time to date. Not tomorrow, not when COVID's over, sorry, but now. Now, because you're at home. Other people are on home. You've got access to more asexuals than ever before in your life. And, you know, if you don't take advantage of this opportunity, eventually it will pass. Because it won't go on like this forever. Liam, I'm not. I just didn't know they existed. But yeah, I mean, you should take them out. I haven't mentioned them before, though, I think. I've mentioned Acebook and Asexuality. And also I've got asexual dating groups. Eddie, seize the day, people. Got to go for the gold. Exactly. You have to go for what you really want in life. And so many people don't. Like my best friend Sam, I don't know if you know Eddie. Sam's got a partner now. Sam, on this dating site, that's how Sam met their partner. Like I found their partner on Asexuality and I introduced their partner to my best friend. So it's me who found them a partner on this specific dating site. People are always like, oh, asexuality, does anyone ever talk on here? Does anyone ever meet on here? I met one of my best friends on this site, right? Best friends who I spoke to on the phone tonight as well. And I got my other best friend, Sam, a partner through this site. So yes, it does work, but it takes years. Sam has been waiting to be in a relationship for someone for like over 6 years. Right, it's longer than that, over 8 years, sorry. So it's 2012, I think it is. We're in 2020 now. Eddie, oh, I've seen that on Twitter. Was very happy for Sam. Yeah. And so they're with another non-binary person, right? So if you think your gender or what you like in a relationship is not going to work, it can work. Sam doesn't want to live with their partner. They don't want to live with anyone either. They're both non-binary, you know, they're both happy, you know, with the lives they have and are both non-binary and they both really care about each other. They both are so excited to see one another. You know, I'm really happy for Sam. I'm really happy for their partner's lovely as well. Their partner likes me as a friend as well. So that's amazing, you know? And so it's taken them years, at least, 8 years to get that person, you know? And so it's going to be like, because I've been on asexual dating sites for 6 years and I think Sam's been single, I think, for 8 years, I think. So, you know, I mean, I've been predominantly single. I haven't been in a long-term relationship since 2011. It's a long time, you know. I don't want to get with the wrong person, you know. I haven't met the right person for me yet. I've had no one forthcoming that's really going to commit to me and really sure about it. Do you know what I mean? It's just not happening. So that's okay. It's fine. I'll meet the guy eventually. So yeah, anyway, so I said about the ideal age I'm looking for, which in my case is very important. And then I went to say on more about the type of relationship you want. So this is like the job description part of your dating profile. So any person who's posted on a dating site, do not go and post, oh, the what gender you are, you know, and just basic bio stuff. Oh, I'm like a guy. I live in the UK and my name's David. I like fishing, swimming, and rugby. And it's like you've got nothing else to go on. I mean, you've got a little bit to go on there, but it's like, you know, put something in your bio. Say specifically what type of person you're looking for. How you see the relationship being. Paint a picture for the other person, right? It's not just about you. It's not just about you being scared and saying, oh, I don't know if I can do that. It's about you helping other people on the site. You know, not just thinking of yourself. Thinking of all the people that are looking for a relationship. How can you help them? You can help them by giving the most clearest description possible of what you're looking for in a relationship and the ideal type of person you want. So I've put, I'm looking for a soulmate, a guy who I'm deeply connected with and emotionally bonded to. I need the guy to be my best friend, and I want to share all his most intimate thoughts, feelings, and secrets with me. And I want him to share all his most intimate thoughts, feelings, and secrets with me. I need a really open and honest guy in this way for me. A strong guy who knows what he wants in his life and who is prepared to do whatever it takes to get and keep a good relationship with me. Relationships take work, time, and effort. So I need a guy who's serious about a relationship with me. I've obviously stressed that about 3 times, and there's a reason for that, because I want to make it plain and clear. I'm not interested in time wasters. I'm not interested in a guy that just wants me as his fantasy and not his reality. I get quite a few of them, right? A relationship takes work, people. You know, it takes work, effort. You need to make sure you're giving some of your attention, time, and energy to that person, even if you had a busy day at work, even if things are stressing you out and not going well, even if you've got a million and one things to do. It doesn't take long to just send a text message to someone. Eddie, always put your energy into it. Always put your energy into it to really make it meaningful. Exactly. Exactly. You need to give a lot of thought to what you're looking for. And you need to, you know, I've changed this profile several times and I've narrowed it down to this because I'm being very specific. Because all the time I keep getting guys that show up that's like, oh, but I smoke. It's like, no, I can't have a smoker. Oh, but I don't like much kissing. It's like, I need lots of kissing. Oh, but I don't like to kiss in public. I need kissing in public. Do you see what I mean? So I've literally, every time I've come up with objections or things that have disqualified guys from being suitable for me, I've then put the criteria in here for what I'm specifically looking for and what I'm not looking for. To make it plain, clear, and simple, this is what I'm after. This is what I'm after, right? And so, I've put, right, yes, I love passionate tongue kissing. So I've mentioned this more than once, like a hobby. For hours and hours, I'm a bit of a kissing addict, but I hate sex. So looking for a guy who loves romance and kissing as much as me with clothes on. I love cuddling, communicating / messaging lots, watching movies, listening to music, dancing, going out for meals, going to theme parks, zoos, and aquariums. So this, no, not interested in sex or marriage or kids. So I made it plain and clear in the beginning that I don't want sex, I don't want marriage, I don't want kids. Now, if you didn't know when you're writing, because obviously I write non-fiction books, a good idea, and also I used to work in newspapers for a time, you're meant to put kind of like the beginning and state like kind of the crux of the matter in the beginning of the first paragraph, and you're supposed to kind of repeat at the last paragraph to emphasize and to finish off the story. So it's like continuation, and it's like kind of you're summarizing and concluding, right? So the reason I've done that at the end is to make it clear and stipulate in a single sentence, not interested in sex or marriage or kids, because it's very important I get them across, because I've had it in my profile and they still don't get it. Or I'm still getting sexuals interested, you know, even on asexual dating sites, you know. So it's very important that you be crystal clear and repeat things that are very important to you, right? And so I specifically said about kissing because it's a huge part of what I want in a relationship. This is why I stipulate them 2 or 3 times. So really the repetition really gets into the mind of the person reading it. So if they're really not into kissing, they'll be like, oh, I can't even persuade her to just do less kissing because she's really put it as a big deal to her. I can clearly see it. I'll go away. So they're disqualifying themselves. Right, so dating is a disqualification and elimination process. You need to understand it's a process. And the more people you speak to, the more you are likely to find the right person or people if you're polyamorous, right? This is what you've got to do. You've got to like gather a pool of people that you think might be suitable. In my case, what I try and do is make friends with people because I actually love having asexual friends these days. Something I didn't actually look for previously. But I do actually like having asexual friends. Some of them drop off. Some of them that I've been speaking to for months just decide not to speak to me again because they've got stuff going on in their own lives, you know, and it's fine because, you know, it just makes room for more people at the end of the day who want to speak to me. So I then put about me, asexual author / entrepreneur, lively, bubbly, energetic, heteroromantic, asexual. I love blogging, vlogging and living a quirky life to the max. I have a 21st mindset and enjoy living like a teenager. So then I talk about my channel, which is this channel for people to join. I'm into Disney and superhero movies, website design, and personal professional development. Writing is my hugest passion. And I talk about my Asexual Perspectives book because it's important that asexuals on that site actually see this book. So I talk about the book, and then I talk about some other relevant information. Right, so I say I hold some small ace meets in Exeter, UK, and love bringing aces together. Ace is short for asexual, in case you didn't know you're new to this channel. These meets are not intended to be used for dating, but to just meet other aces, although you may meet someone there who suits you. So, you know, tomorrow, well, today now, Saturday, the 3rd of October 2020, I've actually got an online asexual meetup. An online asexual meetup at 3 o'clock. You know, this is bringing asexuals together globally, this one. You know, so I've got a guy who might come. I'm not sure if he can come, though, from Vancouver. I've got a guy who's from India, who's a homo-romantic guy, who's one of my dear friends. I've got quite a lot of people who I don't know where they live because they've contacted me through Asexuality because I actually advertised it on this site. They put it in my newsletter for me. So that was nice of them. So I've got like people in the UK coming as well, obviously. So yeah, it's just going to be really good. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So asexual meetups online, mine are used for socializing, not for dating, but you might meet someone in an online dating meetup group that you get on so well with that you can connect off the group. So what you do if you go on asexual meetup group, our group's a Skype group. So if you get on really well with someone that's talking on screen, you can click through their Skype profile and you can request to connect and have connection with that person via Skype and start a conversation with them there. There's no excuse for any asexual to be saying, I can't find another asexual without trying. Thanks for the thumbs up. Liam, I would love to meet other asexuals. Well, Liam, you're welcome to actually come on the meetup, but I don't advertise it on, you know, on regular pages because it's for asexuals only. So I only put it in my groups or by email. You need to email me. But it's the last time I'm ever doing a 3 o'clock one on a Saturday because I have a new job now, in case you didn't know, which is why I wasn't on last night and a bit sleepy because I've just done my first whole day's, well, it was a little bit less than a whole day's work. And I haven't been in an employee job for 3 years. And, you know, I was keeping it a bit hush-hush till it's finalised because the contract came through yesterday and, well, the day before now, and it was slightly wrong, so they've had to send me another one out. So, you know, but I've got a full-time job now, and so my life's gonna, you know, I've got to carry on doing this channel and other things, but that's why I'm more sleepy. That's why my words, so it's hard for me to get out, so I don't know how it's going to go. So I've got to try and manage doing this chat show, everything else I do for asexuals, get the Asexual Guide to Sex book finished, and still speak to my friends and, you know, do this live stream and everything. So it's a lot, you know, but I'm still into the asexual dating scene, even though I've got a full-time job now, right? So employee job on top of everything else I do. So, you know, there is no reason and no excuses to be made saying I haven't got time or I can't do it or, you know, it's COVID. It's just excuses, people. It's excuses. Make the time, make the energy, make the effort, put it in, you know. And Liam, if you do want to come to the meetup tomorrow, you'd have to email me, asexualise with an s at gmail.com. It's up to you if you want to email me, but that's the only way I can get the link to you. You know, I won't put it on YouTube because I don't want people going in there. Sexuals and trolls, it's not for that. It says that I have to keep that group a very safe space for asexuals. And so I'm very careful about what I put it in. You know, it is on Asexuality dating site and the group. There's a link to it in there as well. But you have to, like, you know, people usually join the group and then they see the link. So, and it's not necessarily very easy to spot either. So, you know, it's very, very important. You know, I usually ask people where they fit on the spectrum before I actually give them a link a lot of the time. But, you know, if I have unexpected people turn up, then I'm always checking them out. But what I'm saying is, you know, you can come on the Skype group and then you could meet someone, click through their profile and connect with them. There's no reason why asexuals can't meet other asexuals for a relationship. It's just you need to use the full depth of your mind to realise that if you're in asexual dating groups, it's the best opportunity. Asexual in-person meetups are one of the best opportunities for ever meeting someone suitable for a relationship. But you have to travel to get there. But online meetups, you don't, right? But obviously that person might not be in the same country as you. Then are you a mover or a non-mover? I am personally a non-mover. But yes, Liam, if you do want to meet other asexuals, you need to email me, asexualise@gmail.com, because I can't send the link publicly. So let me know if you do. Because I have to keep a safe space. Last time I did get good feedback saying they're so happy that it kept the group a very safe space for asexuals. So, but you know, this is one other way that you can meet other asexuals for dating or relationship, is by being on an online meetup, right? You can see the person, you can see them, and it's safer in a group, isn't it? As well, and it's less anxiety inducing, because obviously I'm the one who hosts the meetup, so I'm kind of asking most of the questions initially, at least. And so, like, you know, I'm kind of acting as the agent between you and the people there. Do you know what I mean? If you're looking at it as a dating agency type thing, but it's not used for dating. But you understand what I mean, hopefully, that there could be someone in the asexual online dating group that is actually single. Don't forget, it's you know, like on the online meetup, it's not used for dating, but if you're in the dating groups online, such as Asexuality or in my Facebook groups, I probably didn't say that clear enough. So basically, I'll start again. The online asexual meetup group on Skype is used for socializing, not for dating. Some people are already in relationships that come to that because it's not used for dating. But if you're on an asexual dating site or in asexual dating groups and you're looking for a relationship, there are people that come in the online asexual meetup that are single, right? So yeah, Liam, I wouldn't want to date though. I've just said, Liam, it's not used for dating. This is a show about dating. I'm just saying it's one option, but it isn't used for dating. We use it to socialize. We talk about movies and our lives and stuff like that. Dating hasn't even. Obviously, we talk about the people that are in relationships. They share their inspirational stories. But I've just made it clear it's not used for dating. None of my meetups are used for dating. None of my in-person or my online ones. It's completely used for socializing. But if there's some asexuals that are looking for dating relationships, they might like someone on camera, then they can click through their profile and strike up a personal conversation, which then they can follow up with dating relationship if they want to. But I have to bear in mind, like I just said, that some people on there are already in relationships. For example, Sam is on tomorrow. They're in a relationship because it's not used for dating. So they shouldn't be like thinking everyone's single in the group when they're not. That's all right. Yeah. So so I did say in my asexuality profile, I said a bit more about myself on my profile. I think the main point is you've got to take opportunities, any opportunity to find someone for a relationship. If you're into dating relationships, which is what tonight's live stream's about, is that you need to put yourself out there, be proactive, not reactive, and actually create and think about opportunities that have been created for you that are possible ways you could find someone for a suitable relationship. There are lots of ways, right? The dating groups on Facebook that I run are a possibility, an opportunity to meet someone for a relationship. Asexuality is a possibility. Acebook's a possibility. ASAP's a possibility. Meeting someone in the street's a possibility. Meeting someone actually in a meetup is a possibility. You know? Like, anyway. So I put a little bit about myself as well. I freed myself from depression in 2012 using my bracial quirky philosophy and turned my whole life around. I love being quirky and don't do normal. I get bored easily, so like to be doing something all of the time. I hate sex and nudity, but love passionately kissing with the tongue. I don't smoke, take drugs or drink alcohol. I don't eat pork, lamb or beef. I am not a sightseer, but a doer and go-getter. Life is too short not to be taking action and living the life of your dreams. My goal is to be a well-renowned author and inspirational speaker on stage in London. I mean, obviously, I was a speaker at the UK Asexuality Conference, so I've already kind of achieved that dream a lot. But yeah, so people have been looking at my online meetup, so it is actually on here. This is my group, in case you haven't already joined it. It's on Asexuality, and this is what you would need to do: sign up to the site, and then you can join this group. You can't join the group unless you're a member of the site. So you can join that, and then I post details of when the next meetup is. Of course, the next one's at 3 p.m. UKM, 3 p.m. GMT plus 1 UK time. Can't get my words out tonight. It's really bad. Never mind. So yeah, this talks about the meetup. It says it's got people who were most likely interested in. Well, it's supposed to have forum topics, but I can't actually see where I've posted. Oh right, okay. So I've got interesting. I've got I've got me and 5 other people in the group, which is good. So some people have signed up to join the group, which is great. But it's supposed to actually say about when the next meetup is. For some reason, it's not posting like it should do, but it's probably my iPad. Oh, there we go. Yes. It says it. So these are the posts that come up then, in the group. And I've just flicked through so you couldn't see like people that join the group. Because I do respect their privacy. But yeah, so anyone can join the group and keep tabs of online meetups. So this is like the first time I've advertised the meetup, as in it's a global meetup. So it's really important that you put yourself out there. That if you are looking for dating or relationships, that you are actually being proactive about it, saying what you want exactly in a relationship, saying the type of person you want, saying the type of person you are, what you like, what you dislike. Don't be afraid to say things you don't like and things that you don't want. It's very important. Those things are just as important what you do like. I can't be with a smoker. I mean, you know what it was like that time I was with a smoker, 7 weeks. I had a chest infection I can't be with a smoker. I need to be with someone who doesn't smoke, categorically. So, you've got to be crystal clear on what you want, paint the picture for the person who's actually browsing your profile, put like a job description and person specification of what you want. This is what a relationship with you would look like. This is the type of character traits you want: honest, reliable, trustworthy, hardworking, someone who maybe like works, for charity. Maybe that's a big thing to you, or is part of Christianity or Judaism or whatever your religion is. Or some people love politics or history or sightseeing or museums or photography or camping or hiking, all these type of interests as well. So you want the person's character traits, as in, honest, faithful, kind, caring, compassionate, empathetic, sympathetic, great listener, good communicator, all these type of things. And then actually what the relationship would look like. So with me, the relationship would look like something like, basically, I haven't actually put fully what a relationship would look like in there. I'm kind of run out of space, but basically, like, I would envision that as I don't want to live with the person, that I'd see the person like probably twice a week, and ideally I'd want the guy, to come and live around the corner from me in the UK, but not with me. And we go out on dates, and we'd like basically go to the cinema and out for meals, and we just really enjoy each other's company, and we talk about lots of interesting and intellectual things, and obviously lots of kissing and cuddling and holding hands and being there for each other and being supportive when we're away from each other and keeping in touch constantly, and like being like best as ever friends, and when we're together just holding each other like close and comforting. I haven't put all that on there. I put like the deal breakers for me, what I'm looking for, what I'm not looking for, and a bit about me, but I have said that I want a deep soulmate, connection, bestest friend, love of my life, all that type of thing. I put all that there. So, I could go on and on about what I'm really interested in a relationship. So put enough for other people to go on, but also it's a good if they've got questions they want to ask you about your profile. So if you don't put it fully, then there is obviously the problem you may get of getting a load of unwrong people, unright people, wrong people. You may get a lot of wrong people that are not right for you. That's what I'm trying to say. And so, the more specific you can be, the better. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to conclude tonight's stream because, as I can tell, I'm getting a bit sleepy, and I keep deciding to cross all my words over tonight. And as you know, sometimes I decide to make a new word up. So my new word that I've been using a lot is confident. So when you're comfortable and confident in yourself and your asexuality and what you want in a relationship, you're more likely to find the right person for you. So confident is your new word, in case you didn't know. I just kind of adopted that word because I just think it's so cool that I made up of splicing two words together. And I keep saying it, so I think I'm going to create my own dictionary probably at one point. I love being different so much. But yeah, so in case people you didn't get that, be crystal clear on what you want. Be proactive, not reactive. Put exactly what you want down in the relationship, your deal breakers, what you can and can't live without, want in the relationship. Don't forget to approach people in asexual dating groups on asexual dating sites. Be proactive, like I said, but being proactive means posting again and again and again what you're looking for, and then keep changing it and developing and growing what you're looking for to how you actually reflect on what type of relationship it is that you want. It's very, very important. And use dating relationships as a disqualification and elimination process. So people will self-disqualify themselves by not fitting up to your criteria. And then obviously if you end up with a lot of options, then you can eliminate ones that aren't so good for you, so you get the best for you. I hope that's been clear of a fashion. Anyway, I'm going to go and take some sleep. I wish you a very, very brilliant day wherever you are. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I want to say thank you so much to Eddie for being here tonight in the stream. You've been really great in the chat, really helpful. And thank you so much, Liam. It's lovely to see you as always. And thanks, Megan, for popping along earlier. Until next time, embrace your quality and each other's. And I'll see you on the next video live stream. Take care and lots of love for you. Bye.